of Shaw Homes in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Started the company in 1985. At that time, it was one employee doing everything, me. I met Aaron Antis in 2007. His sister was working for me at the time, and she convinced me to bring him to Tulsa. I worked with Aaron for 16 years, and the top three things that Aaron did for Shaw Homes was he brought in processes that helped us be able to repeat over and over. He brought in unique hiring skills. He was able to find the right people for the right seat on the bus. And Aaron brought sales techniques that we weren't familiar with up until that time. When Aaron came, we were selling about 80, 85 houses a year. And during the 16-year period, we saw sales get up over 400. Before I met Aaron, the only sales manager we had was myself, and I was completely unable to perform that job. And so Aaron brought major changes and great results with them. In the many years that I was building houses before Aaron, I was great at selling if somebody wanted to buy, but they had to be knocking on my door asking me to sell them a house before I could actually make that sell. I had no sales techniques and no ability to generate sales. Aaron coming in as a natural salesperson just absolutely transformed that and made the sales experience better for the company and better for our buyers. Well, prior to Aaron, I would work all week for the company. I'd sit in a model home over the weekend, and I had a salesperson or two, but I was actually out there all weekend working that. Since hiring Aaron, I was able to take my weekends off, even reduce my workload during the week. I went from working 60, 70 hours a week to almost a normal workload. So I've been a member of the Builder 20 program in the National Association of Home Builders for 25 years, 20 years. And during that time, I've seen a lot of sales managers with the other companies that have been involved. And in my opinion, Aaron is smarter and sharper than any sales manager of any builder that's ever been in our group. Now, some markets, they don't have to try to sell, they just sell themselves. But with the ability to sell and to train and hire, Aaron was better than any of those sales managers that were in my program. Well, I remember when I considered hiring Aaron many years ago, the thought of spending the extra money was a little scary, but in hindsight, it was one of the best things I've ever done. It freed my time, increased our sales, and at the end of the day, increased our profitability beyond my wildest expectations. In 2015, Aaron convinced me to hire his brother, Joe. Joe was working for another local builder, and they were not using Joe's abilities to the maximum. And so I finally decided that I needed to hire a president for my company, and Joe was the guy. Joe brought three things to our company. He brought organization, he brought processes, he brought consistency, all things that made sales better, made production better, and helped in really every area. Warranty, every department's been helped by standardizing so much of what we do. Joe's ability to create plans, to create purchasing, to create those processes has paid off in big ways in the end. Our margins are better than they've ever been. Our net margins are better. And one of the best decisions I ever made was to put Joe in charge. So when Joe joined the team, I was at a stage of life where I was ready to work a little less. I always said about myself, I'm not smarter than most people, but I work harder than most people. And Joe has allowed me to remove myself almost completely from the home building operation. And I spend my time on acquiring land, developing neighborhoods, amenities, things like that. Joe almost exclusively manages the home building company. So many years ago, we decided it was time to go to a purchase order system. And we researched a number of software systems and made a decision. We implemented that. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars getting everything set up, only to see it fail miserably. We were trying to be all things for all people, and that didn't work for purchasing. And so when Joe came, we switched our software system, we implemented processes, and became good at doing what we do. We don't do everything, but we became good at doing what we do. And that was able to help us manage our costs and ultimately give a better customer experience. Years ago, I was concerned that if I didn't do whatever a customer asked me to do, it might be the last house I sold. And so over time, we were able to move away from unlimited customization to pre-designed options. The problem that we were having in those days is that the customer would tell us what they wanted, but they didn't really know what they wanted. And we would deliver exactly what they told us to do, and they wouldn't be happy with it. So as we became more standardized, we give lots of options, but we don't customize. And in the end, that allows us to sell more homes for better margins than spending countless hours trying to customize in just every avenue of the sales process. And I refer to my Builder 20 program. The same thing has happened for many builders in my program through the years. As they've moved away from unlimited customization to more standardized processes, they've all grown considerably and become more profitable. Through the years, many of the builders in my Builder 20 club have tried different softwares. We chose Mark's system because 2 or 3 of the best builders in my group were on that system. And it's not a perfect system, but it's a good system. It does everything we need it to do. And it's seamless between accounting and purchasing. There's warranty modules, and it's a robust system that we're happy we switched to. And Joe installed that, manages that, and is very good at understanding and maximizing profitability through that system. As an owner, Mark Systems provides me all the reports I need. We get weekly reports on sales, on profitability, on production, and it provides all the manageable tools that I need to review the company from a 10,000-foot level.